Brian and Pensman bring the takes you desire from East Coast.
And welcome to another edition of the Ralph Report. I'm Ralph Williams here. And I got to tell you, that's a great song we put together there. And that's going to be our audio song for our Saturday sports show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, and Brian Pettit and Leo Haggerty every single Saturday. Also, I want you to check this out. Here's our new video. That's for and that starts this Saturday. That was put together by Brian Pettit here. Here we are. All right, here's the video. You ready? Here it goes. All right, that's our new video for the Saturday Sports Show. Don't forget, 10 a.m. every Saturday morning, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X, and also the Kick Network will be on this Saturday. But the reason I'm on today is to promote tonight's show. Tonight, the Ralph's Opinion Show will be on tonight, and we are going to be covering about the Iran war. All right, so here it is. All right, Ralph's Opinion Show will be on tonight, 7:30, our normal time. But tonight there will be no, and I repeat, there will be no, the way I see it, Delmarva edition. We're going to do a 1-hour special about the Iran war and what's going on nationally. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. All stuff going on everywhere, including Savannah Guthrie's mom. Some more of that, of what's going on with that. She's back to work. Let's talk. We got a lot to talk about. The pushback from the progressives, the TSA workers back to work, and more and more and more. And the Iran war. All right, what's going on? The ceasefire. Will it last? What's going to happen? We got a lot to talk about tonight. So please tune in at 7:30 here on YouTube, Facebook, my 2 Facebook pages, and also on my Twitch and my Kick Network. For some strange reason, Twitter suspended me. I have no idea why. I filed an appeal. I don't know what's going on with them, and I don't care. They can go somewhere. All right, because my Twitter account's been going up and down with followers. I get to 400, and then I go back down to 370, and then I get to 400 again, and it's just been like a roller coaster ride. But I don't even worry about that stuff anymore. I'm done. All right. So anyway, with that, as far as Twitter goes. But you can like and subscribe right here on my YouTube channel, Ralph Williams RW Media. Please do so, and please feel free to do so as well. Check out all my other programming. Also, I want you to check out, I have a special announcement to make here, which I'm going to make right now. All right. And here we are. All right. The reason I put this up is because starting April 13th, which is this coming Monday, all right. The Ralph Williams Show debuts on 6:20 a.m. WKHB, Monday at 2 o'clock, April 13th, 2 p.m. Now, I'm going drive time. I'm going afternoons during the weekdays in Pittsburgh. And guess what? I'm going after these radio stations. I already took their weekends, and I'm going to take their weekdays for 2 days. And real soon, as soon as I get enough sponsorship advertising here, I am going to take the rest of them. I'm going to be on every day for an hour, 2 hours every day coming up in the future, not right now, because I need to build up some advertising sponsors, which you can participate in, by the way. All right, I'm going to put the ticker take up right now, and you can You can participate in that. Check out the ticker tape at the bottom. Okay. If you have a small business in Pittsburgh or even in the surrounding areas, because I'm on in Philadelphia. I'm also on in but 620 WKHB will be the home to the Ralph Williams Show on Mondays during the week at 2:00 p.m. And then on Friday, starting April 17th, Friday. All right, April 17th, starting Friday, April 17th, will be the Sports Corner Radio Show weekday edition, 3:00 p.m. So you know what that means, don't you? We go up against 93.7 The Fan for 1 hour, which means we get to steal 1 hour of their ratings on Fridays, 3 to 4 p.m. That's exactly what we're going to do. Because I have somebody who can get me the ratings that I need. And they have already told me straight up. Okay? They've already told me straight up I'm beating them on weekends. I'm beating KDKA on weekends on the slots that I have on 1250 AM The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. Saturday and Sunday, the Ralph Williams Show, I'm beating them on both slots. All right? And I'm beating Sports Corner Radio Shows, beating 93.7 The Fan for that 2:00 slot. So being that I'm beating them on weekends, I can beat them on weekdays because you know why? People want a new voice. They want new voices. They want fresh voices. They want fresh opinions. They don't want to hear the same stuff from the same people that have been doing it for 50 years. And you're probably sitting there saying, well, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I'm angry. I'm angry because I was treated like a redheaded stepchild in Pittsburgh with the Pittsburgh media. The professional teams wouldn't give me media credentials, which I qualified for. They also treated me real bad as far as doing that. And then number two, on top of that, I had numerous times. I've got a history of interviewing many times with both 93.7 The Fan and KDK Radio, and they just simply just don't. I don't know what it is. They don't like me. I have no idea what the problem is. I don't know. They like people like Rachel and John, people like that, and that kind of thing. Rachel and John have their own website. They do real well. It's called Yo Jagoff. Let them do that. They can stay there. They're not good on the radio. Nobody cares about somebody's, whatever somebody does around the city. Nobody cares. Okay? When a station like that has news and whatnot, they want to hear about the Iran war. They want to hear about what's going on in the city of Pittsburgh. I tackle that stuff. I tackle what goes on in the city of Pittsburgh. I'm always on top of that. And I'm always on top of what goes on in Western Pennsylvania and around the state of Pennsylvania. And I bring on politicians. Now, this week on the Ralph Williams Show on Saturday morning, I have a gentleman named Bill. I'm not going to give you his last name. He lives in Squirrel Hill. He lives on Murray Avenue. And he's going to tell me he lives on the Murray Avenue part that is his representative for city council is Barb Warwick. Those of you in Pittsburgh all know about Barb Warwick. Well, he's going to explain to us about how bad the crime is in Squirrel Hill around Barb Warwick's area, where Barb Warwick doesn't want ICE around. And then I'm going to talk to him because being that he's one of Barb Warwick's constituents, okay, he is not afraid to go out. Barb Warwick made a statement on the news, and I'm trying to find that audio. And as soon as I find it, she made a statement. Well, we gotta go get we gotta keep ICE out because all my constituents in my area, they're afraid to go to the bank, they're afraid to go to the store, they're afraid to go out because of ICE. Well, then that means you have illegal immigrants living in your community, Barb. So therefore, I'm going to prove a point to you that not all, because you lied about how not all of your constituents are afraid to go out because of ICE. All right? I'm going to haul you to the carpet because somebody needs to, because no one else will. I will do it. Okay? Because I can. All right. It's that simple. All right. So this Saturday, the 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. show in Pittsburgh on 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. Ralph Williams Show. My guest will be Bill. He lives in Squirrel Hill. He's a resident and a constituent of who is in Barb Works District. And he tells me he's not afraid to go out. Not afraid. So, Barb Works said, and I quote, that no one in her area everybody's afraid to go out because of ice. Okay. All right, here we are. This weekend, don't forget the Ralph Williams weekend, and it starts at 7 a.m. It starts at 7 a.m. here on 93.5 The Beach, down here in the Delmarva area, with the Ralph Williams Show, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Lots to talk about. Delmarva area here, 50,000 watt power. This is the, I guess you call it the 93.7 The Fan of Pittsburgh or the KDK of Pittsburgh, 50,000 watts FM. I'm on FM radio now, FM. Okay? Not just AM, FM. All right? This is strictly FM. 93.5 The Beach. All right? 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. every Saturday morning, the Ralph Williams Show. Don't forget to tune in. All right? Our first show was last Saturday, and we're going to continue to move on. All right, next. Wait a minute here. Let me get this out of here. All right, next is the Ralph Williams Show, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Sunday on 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. Here we go. All right. And then don't forget about the Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, and Leo Haggerty. 10 a.m. start time, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the, actually, I'm not on Twitter now because I'm suspended. All right. For what reasons, I have no idea. And I did file an appeal. And the Kick Network, Twitch and the Kick Network. Okay. All right. All right. So that's at 10 a.m., the Saturday Sports Show. And then to finish up Saturday, we have the Sports Corner Radio Show. Well, I put the wrong banner up. There we go. All right. It's over here. There we go. All right. The Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking, Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, 2 to 3 p.m. On Saturday. Don't forget about that as well. And then Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show with me and my co-host, Tony Moreno, and that's for this week. And every Wednesday, don't forget, 3 to 4 p.m., the Ralph Williams Show in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Here it is. Tonight, 7:30. Don't forget the Ralph's Opinion Show. We're going to have a 1-hour special tonight in regards to the Iran war and several other things going on. And also at 9 o'clock, I will be on Still City Sports World with Luther Dupree, Claudia Rosano, Smoke and Jim, Fillmore, and Big Row. We'll all be on tonight, and we got a lot to talk about. So just to let everyone know that as well. All right, I am Ralph Williams. This has been the Ralph Report. And I'll be coming up later on at 7:30. So don't forget to tune in. And until then, until next time, please, by all means, be safe. Thank you.